Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to see you today. Nice to see you all, too. You're going to win some money today. We have 3 dynamite couples going to win it for you. You're going to root for them. Here they are. On my left, winning money for the blue section today, Mr. Robert Blake and his wife, Sandra. Sandra, love, are you all right?
I'm right here.
You're ready to go?
Ready to go.
Bobby, there's your gang right there.
What a flock of losers.
Okay, you ready to go? There they are. Next to Bobby and Sandra winning money for the banana section today, Mr. Hugh Lambert and his wife, Nancy Sinatra Lambert. Nancy, you all set today?
I hope so. We
Sure
haven't been doing very well.
Oh, you're doing
we're doing
beautiful.
great.
Yesterday was terrible.
No, not at all. You're doing, but you're bananas.
I know, I
No,
know.
that's not what I meant to say at all. Hugh, you all set?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna press on today next to Nancy and Hugh for the red section, the pimento section, as he named them, Mr. Orson Bean and his wife Carolyn. Huzzah! There they are. Carolyn and Orson.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
All set?
Can't
What?
wait.
Ah, oh,
Ready,
get your
willing,
hands
and
off of there.
able. What's
Bobby
going
was
on
taking
up
a
there?
peek there. You didn't see that question, did you, Bobby?
No, I was going to smoke it.
No. Moving right along here, folks. This question is worth $150. It is our voice question, oddly
Flying
enough. And this is it. Ladies, if medical science could adjust your chemistry so that both you and your husband had exactly the same amount of sex drive, would you prefer to have it adjusted so both of you had his amount of sex drive or your amount of sex drive? Nancy was anticipating a little bit, wasn't she? If medical science could adjust your chemistry so that both you and your husband had exactly the same amount of sex drive, would you prefer to have it adjusted so both of you had his amount of sex drive or your amount of sex drive? Think about it, ladies. We'll come back in a moment. Or would you rather go into overdrive or whatever? Bobby, you and Sandra have a chance at this chemical wizardry. Whose sex drive would you choose to adjust to, chemically?
I'm kind of like a dog when I get in heat. All things
Dare I pursue
considered,
that?
I think she's going to say mine.
She would like to be chemically adjusted so that both of you would be, you know what I mean, your sex drive, right?
Yeah.
You'll say yours. Uh-huh. Okay. Both of you and his to his amount. That's right. That's what I thought. Let's bring on, don't mind me, I just talked to myself a little bit. Sandra, dear.
Yes.
Would you prefer to have it adjusted so both of you had his amount of sex drive or your amount of sex drive?
Well, I'm not saying who's got what the most of, but I would adjust to his.
That's what he said.
Thanks for protecting my machismo, darling.
Say, you're absolutely right there, big guy. Hey, guy. You're right, Sandra. You have a
Start
share
wearing
of
a patch over one eye, right?
Very well done. Hugh, what's Nancy going to say?
Oh, I don't know what she's going to say, but
But what?
I think that she would go with me.
You think so?
Yeah.
She will adjust to your sex
Yes.
drive. All right, let's bring on Nancy and find out. Nancy, now, would you prefer to have it adjusted so both of you had his amount of sex drive or your amount of sex drive?
Well, one of my prayers every night is, Dear Lord, please help me keep up with my husband.
That's what he said. You're right. Absolutely right. That was so funny. I hadn't got halfway through the question and you knew where we were going, didn't you? All right, you both have a share of the pot. Orson, what's Carolyn going to say?
My sweet Carolyn is a veritable goddess of love. If we lived in a polyandrous society where it were possible for a woman to have more than one husband, I would find hanging in my bathroom every morning 6 pairs of black socks. 3 Honey, you think I look pretty good, right? You said to me today,
Yes.
you look pretty good. I'm 18 years old. Me adjust to her.
You will adjust to
How do I
hers.
look for 18?
Very well, very well. That's oh my. Let's bring on Carolyn. Carolyn, would you prefer to have it adjusted so that both of you had his amount of sex drive or your amount of sex drive?
This is difficult because I really think we're pretty well matched. But I guess, you know, in hopes of getting a little more action, we might as well have it adjusted to mine.
That's
A little more active.
Bobby has just taken the question from me, and he is now tearing it into little strips.
And he's going to smoke it.
I think.
I forgot a cigarette and I'm going bananas.
Oh, you do that. So anyway, we'll take care of that in a minute. Let's play the folks, shall we? You all won that one. We'll split the pot 3 ways for a good beginning, and then we'll come back in just a moment and see who wins all the rest. If you come back too, Bobby's going to smoke that question, I think. Question number 2 coming up. Here it is, ladies. It's for you. It's worth $150. This is it. Ladies, civilians are occasionally asked by the government to undertake some sort of secret mission and to tell absolutely no one. If your husband were engaged in some sort of undercover work for the government, even if his habits didn't change, do you think you would know that he had a big secret? Let me read it again for you. Follow that now. In other words,
We followed it.
your husband will be asked by the government to undertake some secret mission, and he's not allowed to tell anyone. If your husband were engaged in some sort of secret government work, even if his habits didn't change, do you think you would know that he had a big secret? Think about that, ladies. We'll come back for your answer in just a moment. In other words, yeah, would she sense something going on, even though you didn't tell her, and even though your daily routines and habits and so forth would not change? Would she be intuitive enough to sense something going on? Is the question.
Boy, that's a tough one. I think she would know. She might not say nothing or do nothing and say, well, he's into something, I better just cool it until we get someplace with it. But I think down in her heart she would know there was something cooking.
Okay. You're going to stick with that?
That's it, yeah.
All right. I thought maybe you were having second thoughts.
No, the question's so long, I figured we could keep the answers short.
You're right. Let's bring on Sandra. Sandra, what do you think now? Do you think that if he was engaged in some sort of secret work, even though his habits didn't change, you would know that something was going on, that he had a big secret?
No, when a secret's important to him, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Are you sure of that?
Would you like to take a second guess?
Well, honey, you blew it.
He said he thought you would know. Yeah, it's an interesting
I
question.
thought you always knew. That's why I never mess around.
But now that you know...
Now that I know you don't know, you're not gonna know.
You lost the pot, but you won the war, as they say. Sorry, Sandra. You, how about Nancy?
Oh, she would know, definitely.
She would-
I can't hide anything from her.
Is that right?
Yep.
She would sense it.
Sense it the minute I walked into the house.
She'd say, you got a big secret. Okay, let's bring her on and find out. Nancy, do you think you would know?
You bet your boots I know. You can't get away with that.
Hey, Nancy, you're absolutely right, but how would you know?
Because I always know. He's an Indian, and he's supposed to know how to tiptoe around like in moccasins and stuff, but he just can't get it going. I don't know what's wrong. He can't.
do it.
No secrets from me.
I
The
see.
little guinea kid here.
All right. You're absolutely right, too. You have a share of the pot. You're the only one that does at this point. Orson, what's Carolyn going to say?
Lambert married her to get back at Columbus. Carolyn knows everything about me. If I walk past Ralph's supermarket on the way home from something, I'll walk in the front door and she'll say, "How were the Drake's Yankee Doodles?" How's you know? How's you know?
Are you an Indian too, Orson?
She knows. I mean, first of all, there's nothing. What could the government hire me to do? You know, test the capacity for my wife's lovemaking? Whatever she would know, she would look in my eyes and say, "Ha-ha, you're going over to spy on Madame de Gaulle's garden."
All right, here we go. You'll say yes, I think. Let's bring on Carolyn. Carolyn, would you know, or would you not know?
You bet I'd know.
That's what he said. You're right. Which means Nancy and you, Carolyn and Orson, they both knew. They were right. We split the pot in half, and it's halftime, fellas. Step to the rear, if you will. Ladies, come on out here. While we're changing places, break away from this message, too. Then we'll come back. Come on back. Let's see who wins.
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning rooting section, chosen at random, will receive the American Tourister Go Anywhere lightweight luggage, soft and pliable, continental styling and carrying ease. American Tourister, the casual luggage that isn't made casually. And Old El Paso Mexican Foods. To taste the traditional flavors of Old Mexico, Old El Paso, America's fine Mexican food. And the good old days on the good ship Lollipop are recalled for your child with the new Shirley Temple doll, plus an assortment of family games, all from Ideal. We'll be back to more Tattletales in just a moment.
Here we are. We have changed places. I have the ladies with me. The fellas are in the back. You got your phones on, ready to go. We have a close game here. We have a tie game between Nancy and you and Carolyn and Orson. And Sandra and Robert aren't that far behind. Here we go. Fellas, for $150. Some people believe that all of us have lived before. That, in fact, we may have had many lives before this one. If so, which of the following men might you have been?
This is what we...
I'm asking the fellas this.
How about women?
Never know. We're keeping as far as men at this point. Might you have been Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun? Don't say anything, fellas. Which one might you have been had you lived before? Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun? There are ramifications to all of those. You will think about it, fellas. We'll come back and find out what you think in a minute.
Attila the Hun was a nice guy.
Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun?
You know what I'm going to say.
No, I don't, because it's
Remember Robert Wynn.
You would, yes.
Oh, I would say, he would say Attila the Hun.
Really? Well, but you know, that's an aspect of him, but there's a...
Oh, well, he's Sir Galahad, but Robert would say Attila the Hun, I hope.
You think he will say Attila the Hun. All right?
Especially past.
Especially what?
In the past.
Especially in the past.
Yeah, I think he... Yeah.
He's mellowing with age, or what?
Yes, he's now moving into a Don Juan period, but you're going to stick with
He's
Attila the...
moved, Bert.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to stick with Attila the Hun. Let's bring him on.
Darling.
I get in such trouble. Which one do you think you might have been, sir? Would have been Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun?
Well, I don't know the first two. So I think there's probably more, Attila the Hun did a lot of killing and stuff. Yeah.
You're absolutely right, sir. Robert, you were qualifying that. What did you say?
Well, Attila did a lot of killing and carrying on and stuff like that, didn't
That's
he?
true, yes.
Yeah, that's him.
That's
me,
you, okay.
Right.
You ever shared the plot. Nancy, what's you going to say?
I agree with Sandra. It's like one aspect, you know. And he's like that. But I'm going to try for Sir Galahad.
Sir Galahad.
Yeah.
All right. Heroic and kind and good.
He's just super, that's all. He's just extra super.
Superman is not on my card.
Well,
Elegant.
But you'll say Sir Galahad.
Yeah.
Let's bring Sir Galahad on. Shh, don't say it. Yes, sir. Which one do you think you might have been, Hugh? Would it have been Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun?
Not Don Juan. Attila the Hun.
That's close. Very close, Hugh. Nancy, tell him the one you said.
oh, I said that you were partly Attila, you know.
Yeah.
But really, to me, Sir Galahad.
It's...
You know what, Huey? You're dumb.
A dumb Sir Galahad, right?
How about Dumb Juan? That's not on my card either. Sorry about that. No score there. Okay, Carolyn, we'll talk.
You're not, Huey. You're not dumb. I love you.
You know, something quite seriously, Orson wanted to name our last baby Attila the Baby. He said, you know, we already had one son named Max, and he said, how do you follow that name? He said, Max is a Menchie name. We need a good, strong name for our next son. How about Attila the baby? I said, somehow I think he'd hate us for it, Orson. So
Nonsense.
we didn't name him Attila the baby. I think Orson is more of a Don Juan.
You think so,
He
huh?
talks big, but he's really Don Juan.
Don Juan it is, huh? All right, let's bring him on. Orson, which of these three, sir, do you think you might have been? Don Juan, Sir Galahad, or Attila the Hun?
What do I know? A Shaggots from Burlington, Vermont. What could I know from any of these three men? Still, since I have to choose, Sir Galahad, I'll tell you the truth, was a real joke, a do-gooder. Can I help you, fair lady, get the hell out of here? That leaves the other two, Attila the Hun, who did terrible things to people, and Don Juan, who did wonderful things to people. So, as the old joke goes, they called me Don Juan because after one, I'm dead.
You're absolutely right, sir. Carolyn and Orson and Bobby and Sandra were both right. They split the pot. Ooh, we have a very close game. We'll come back to see who's going to win it after this message for you. Close game. Come on back, Sue. Won't you? See you in a minute.
Up next.
Good close game, very close. This is the $300 question. Anybody can win on this. Are you all ready, gang? Here we go.
Yes.
Fellas,
Spit it out.
sure he is. He's ready to go. Here it comes.
Yes.
Men, of the two of you, who would a waiter rather wait on, you or your wife? Of the two of you, who would a waiter rather wait on, you or your wife? What kind of a customer are you?
What kind of a question
Never
is
mind.
that?
Go away and think about it. We'll come back in a minute. All right, you go into a restaurant. Maybe something's not to your liking. Who's more likely to be a little tougher on everything? You or Bobby? Who'd send it back? Who'd complain?
That's not the question.
Oh, no.
Sure it is. Of the two of you, who would a
Who would the
waiter
waiter
rather
rather wait on?
You or your wife?
A waiter.
Yes.
Me.
He would rather wait on you, do you think?
Sure.
Sure, because
You didn't-
Bobby
yeah, 'cause
has
you
been
didn't
known to send things back?
No, I mean, I'm just a girl and he's a waiter. If it was a waitress, maybe it would be different. In fact, it's always different with a
It's that
waitress.
simple, huh? You think so?
Yeah.
You really do?
You got all three answers already.
Is that right?
Yeah, waiters don't really care if it sends.
Is that right?
It's no reflection on them.
I think you're absolutely right. You know what? I'm not going to ask that question. You think you're so smart? I got another one for you.
Wait a minute, Bert. Hey, Bert. Ask all three
Let's stick
guys.
with that. That was
Ask
nice.
all
No,
three
it's too
guys
easy.
and
You're
see if-
right. You're going to nail me on that one, so I got a better one for you. You're together. I know,
Open
fellas,
the big
here comes
mouth.
the question. It's for you. We're throwing that out
No,
because...
I mean ask them for curiosity.
For curiosity, real quick, gang, well, how would you have answered that question? Of the two of you, who would a waiter rather wait on? Just real quick. Bobby, what would you have said?
Me.
What would you have said?
I would have said Nancy.
And what would you have said, Orson?
It's a dumb question. I'm glad you threw it out, but I wonder why. I would have said that they would rather wait on me.
Well, see there, gang?
Robert, you and Orson go back out for coffee.
I should have stuck with my own instinct, gang. All right, we gotta go now. Hold on, everybody. I must confess, I wanted to ask that one, and I thought I was
And
going
what'd you
to
throw
be
it
wrong,
out
but I
for?
should have asked it. Here we go, fellas. Here's another one. You're together, and you drop a penny on a very dirty street. Which one of you would be more apt to pick it up? Don't say anything.
Oh.
You're together.
Can
you
we go
drop
back
a-
to the waiter question?
You drop a penny on a very dirty street. Which one of you would be more apt to pick it up? Think about it. That's not a bad one. Think about that, fellas. Okay. I don't know about you. Me, I see a penny on the street. I pick it up. I think it's good luck for some reason. Somebody told me, always pick up a penny if you see it.
Especially
I'll
on a
go to
dirty
any
street.
lengths to pick up a penny. How about between you and
Yeah, I
Bobby?
think Robert would too.
He would be more apt to pick it up?
Yeah.
If he dropped it on a
Yeah.
dirty street. Let's bring him on and find out, you smarties. Okay, Bobby. The penny drops. There you both are. Filthy, dirty street. Who's more apt to bend down and pick it up?
Well, I pick up gum off the street and chew it.
Yes, but what is that? What is your
Not to
answer?
mention cigarette butts.
No, I think it would be me. Sorry.
That's what you said. You're right.
Money.
Yes, but when you pick up pennies, gum, yes. You have a share of the pot, Bobby. Thank you. Nancy, what's you going to say to this one?
I think that he will say that I will pick up the penny because when Huey was a little boy, all he ever had in his whole life was pennies. And I think that when he kind of was able to make his own living. He just didn't like pennies anymore
He
at
said,
all.
Enough of pennies.
Yeah,
He was
I really
happy to
think
see the shortage.
Yeah, I really think I would do it.
You would do it. Okay, let's bring him on and find out. Hugh, there you are in the streets, dirty, filthy dirty. You and Nancy, you drop a penny. Which one of you is more apt to pick it up?
Well, she hates dirty streets, but she likes money. She would.
That's what the lady said. All right.
There's your Sir Galahad for you.
Very well done, Sir Galahad. Yes.
There's your hun.
Carolyn?
I think Orson would.
Don Juan would bend down and pick
he
up
likes
the penny.
dirt and pennies better than I do.
Okay, let's bring him on and find out.
Yes.
Between you and Orson.
If I interpret the question correctly, I am a little cheaper than Carol, and I would pick up the penny.
That's what the lady said. You're right. So on this question, you were all right. The other one, 2 of you would have missed. We pay it off, and there it is. And there's the time-up signal, which means Carol and Orson have won it with the red section. There you go, gang. All right. A happy ending, I hope. Come back and see us and find out how much they've won right after this message for you. The red section, the pimento section has done it with Carolyn and Orson Bean, $300. We add $1,000. Money to the people! A total of $1,300 for the red section. Yes, Bobby, before we go, we're going to be looking for you on ABC with a new series come January.
Yes. I don't know the name of it, and I ain't read a script yet, but we'll be on in January.
Well, we'll be watching for it. You'll have to watch every night to find out what show Bobby's going to be on, but he's going to have one. We wish you luck with it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. See you next time very soon. Bye-bye.
This is Jack Clark speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.